Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope all of you are well. I am Rizwana Mukhtar, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. I welcome all the students in our another virtual class of physics. In my today's lecture, I am going to solve few MCQ questions from chapter 2, which is motion. I hope this class will help you for your better study at home. So let's start our today's class. Our first MCQ question is, which one is a linear motion? You know that the motion which is restricted in a straight line is called linear motion. Now the given options are, first option, motion of a falling body, second, motion of an electric fan, C, motion of the heads of clock, and our fourth option is motion of flying bird. So here you can see that whenever an object falls from a certain height, then that object will travel the straight path. So we can say that the answer of our first question is motion of a falling body. Now question 2. The vibrational motion of our heart is the example of which type of motion? You know that the vibration of our heart is the example of periodic motion. So our D option is correct. Now third one, orbit of Halley's comet around the sun, linear, circular, hyperbolic or simple harmonic motion. You know that the orbit of Halley's comet around the sun is a periodic motion and the path of that motion is hyperbolic. So we can say that the answer of question C is hyperbolic. Now question 4. Which one is a vector quantity? Here the given informations are work, velocity, pressure, speed. You know that vector quantity means the quantity which needs both magnitude and direction to express, and we know that the velocity means the distance traveled by unit time in a specific direction. So we can say that option B is our right answer. Question 5. Question is, what is the dimension of displacement? And the given options are option A, capital L, option B, LT, option C, LT inverse 1, and option D is LT inverse 2. You know that displacement means the distance in a specific direction, and displacement is measured by meter unit, and meter is a kind of length. So we can say that the right answer is option A. Now 6th number question, what is the unit of acceleration? Here the options are option A, meter per second, option B, meter per second square, option C, Newton second, and D, kg per second. You know that acceleration means the rate of increase of velocity, and the unit of acceleration will be meter per second square. So we can say that option B is the right one. Now in question 7, what is the rate of decrease of velocity? Here the options are speed, velocity, acceleration, and retardation. You know that decrease of velocity means the negative acceleration, and negative acceleration is defined as retardation or deceleration. So we can say that option D is the right answer. Now question 8, 54 km per hour is equal to which of the following? So let's solve this one. 54 km per hour. Now we can write that 54 km divided by hour. And you know that kilometer means 1 kilometer means 1000 meters. So we can write that 54 into 1000, and hour means 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So hour will convert into 60. So after calculating it, you will get the result is 15 meter per second. So our right answer is option B. Question 9. And the question is, a car travels 25 meter distance in 10 seconds. What is the speed of the car? So here you can see that the given informations are, for question 9, distance, that means the value of S is given here 25 meter, and the time or T is given 10 seconds, and we have to calculate the speed, that is V is equal to what? And you know that the formula S is equal to Vt, so that we can write V is equal to S by T, and the value of S is 25 and T is 10. So the answer will be 2.5. So our option D is the right one. Question 10. The question is, a car is moving with a velocity of 72 km per hour. It is accelerated by 1.5 meter per second square for 4 seconds. What is the final velocity of the car? So here you can see that the given informations are the value of U, A and T is given here. So we can write that for question 10, initial velocity, that is U is equal to 72 km per hour. So we have to convert that into meter per second. And you know that we can convert it by multiplying 1000 and divided 60 into 60. And the answer will be 20 meter per second. Now the value of A is 1.5 meter per second square, and the value of T is given here 4 seconds. And we have to calculate the final velocity, that is V is equal to what? And we know that V is equal to U plus AT. And here the value of U is 20 plus A means 1.5 into 4. So after calculating it, you will get the value 26 meter per second. That means option B is the correct answer. Question 11. And the question is, which one is correct in case of an object moving with uniform acceleration starting from rest? And the options are A, V proportional to T, B, V square is equal to U square plus twice AS, option C is given, S is equal to UT plus half of AT square, and option D is S is equal to U plus V by 2 into T. So we know that there is a formula which is V is equal to U plus AT. And in the question you can see that they mention that the object is starting from rest. That means the initial velocity of that object is 0 plus with uniform acceleration. So we can write that V is equal to AT. And here they also mention that acceleration is uniform. That means there will be no change in the acceleration. And that's why the acceleration will be constant here. So if we write that equation V proportional to T, you know that when answer is option A. Question 12. A body drops from the roof of a building 75 meter high. with what velocity will it strike the ground? So you know that here the given information is for question 12, height of the building is given, that is value of h is 75 meter, and the object is drops from a roof. That means the object is acts like a freely falling body, and for the freely falling body we know that initial velocity u remains 0, and we have to calculate the final velocity, that means at which velocity that object will hit the ground. And you know that the formula is v square is equal to u square plus 2gh, as here acceleration due to gravity will act. So we can write that v is equal to root over u square plus 2gh. Now the value of u is 0 plus 2 into, you know that the value of g, acceleration due to gravity, is 9.8 into h is 75. So after calculating it, you will get the answer 38.3 meter per second. So we can say that the option A is the correct one. Now question number 13. Here you can see that they say that which one of the velocity time graph below does represent the graph of freely falling body. So freely falling body means with the increase of time the velocity of that object will increase. Now if you see the option A, then you can observe that with the time the velocity of the object is decreasing. This line indicates that the velocity is decreasing. In option B, with the time the velocity of an object is constant. And in option C, you can see that with the increasing time the velocity is also increasing. So we can say that this option is the right one. Answer the question number 14 and 15 by given information. So here you can see a graph which is time versus velocity graph, and there is three lines OA, AB and BC. Now our question 14 is, which part of the figure indicates uniform velocity? Uniform velocity, that means the velocity which remain constant with time. So here you can see that in the part AB the velocity is constant, that is 10 meter per second. So we can say that this part indicates the uniform velocity. So our right option is option B, which is AB. Now question 15. What is the distance of the part OA? OA. We have to calculate the distance from O to A. So for this the given informations are, here you can see that an object starts its journey from the origin, that means the initial velocity u is equal to 0. Then at point A the velocity is 10 meter per second, that is the final velocity is 10 meter per second, and the time taken to travel from O to A is 10. So time is 10 seconds, and we have to calculate the distance, that is s is equal to what? And you know that for non-uniform velocity we know that s is equal to u plus v by 2 into t. Here u means 0 plus v is 10 divided by 2 and the time is 10. So after calculating it you will get the value 50 meter. So the right answer is option C, which is 50 meter. So that's all for today. Thank you for being with me.